So sometimes instead of our data being listed out one by one, it's grouped into classes for efficiency. So this will be 6E continued, where we'll be finding centers using data that's grouped into classes. So let me show you an example of what I mean. So certain students get marks on an exam, and we're going to group them into classes. So marks are all going to be in whole numbers. So marks between 0 and 9. 2 students received marks between 0 and 9. 31 students received marks between 10 and 19. 73 between 20 and 29. 85 received marks between 30 and 39. And 28 between 40 and 49. This gives us a total of 219 students who took this exam. Okay? And this is how many students received each of these marks. We are unable to get from here directly back to our exact data. So we know some stuff about what data was collected, but these 2 students, I don't know if they both got zeros. If one of them got a 0 and one got a 7, they could have both got 9s, maybe, so maybe 5 and a 3. I don't know, but these 2 students got somewhere in here. I don't have my exact data, but I have ranges, and I can come up with an estimate for each of my centers of data from this. So mode, in this case, is going to be modal class. So we're looking for which category of data occurs the most, and so that's going to be this category. Our most occurring class was 30 to 39. Our median, we're going to have a median class as well. It's not going to be an actual median number. So our median class is the one in the middle. Well, there's 219 total data items collected. So median is right in the middle. So we do 219 divided by 2. 219 divided by 2 gives me 109.5. We round up, and we want to look at the 110th term. So we have to kind of add our way through this data to get to the 110th term. So here's 2 data items. At this point, we're at 33. We add these guys on, we're at 106. Ooh, so right here, the rest, we're going to get 85 more. So once we get 4 more, we've reached our 110, and so it's going to be between 30 and 39. Okay. And the last is we can estimate the mean. So in order to estimate the mean, we have to find the mid-interval value for each of our data sources, each of our data categories. So what is a mid-interval value? So that is going to be the number that's directly in the middle of this. So what number is directly between 0 and 9? Well, that is an average. When you're asking that question, you're finding an average. So 0 plus 9 is 9, divided by 2 is 4.5. So our mid-interval value for the first category is 4.5. So what we're doing is we're assuming, we're making an estimate, and so we're assuming all of these people received the middle mark in each category. Not the highest, not the lowest, they received the middle, and this is going to help us estimate. So 10 and 19 divided by 2, 14.5 is directly between 10 and 19. 20 plus 29 divided by 2 gives me a mid-interval value of 24.5. You might start noticing a pattern. These students have a mid-interval of 34.5, and this one's going to be 44.5. Now, after you get your mid-interval values, we treat this exactly like data that's not grouped into classes. In order to find the mean, we take the frequency multiplied by the data value, and then add them all together straight down. So for my mean here, we're going to take the mid-interval value times the frequency. So 4.5 happens twice, plus 14.5 happens 31 times. Once again, this is just an estimate, so this is not precise. This is a way for us to just kind of get close to the actual mean. So this one's 34.5 times 85 plus 44.5 times 28. Okay? And we divide that by 219 because that's the total number of students that took this exam. So we're going to be very careful in our calculators. I'm going to get a fancy fraction, and it's 4.5 times 2 plus 14.5 times 31 plus 24.5 times 73, 4.5 times 85 plus 44.5 times 28 divided by, didn't forget this time, 219. And that gives us an average of 29.3. We want to always make sure that that data value seems reasonable. So 29.3 falls directly between here and here, where those are my two most popular classes. They're also in the middle of the data, 0 to 49. Okay, they're kind of in the middle. They're also between my most popular classes. This mean number is. So 29.3 does seem like a reasonable value. So recap, the main thing here is being able to find the mid-interval value. The IB likes to pick a problem and then say, what's the mid-interval value for 20 to 29? And they want you to do this little process right here. So pay attention for that word, mid-interval value. All right, thanks for watching, and now you are good to go for all of your 6E homework.